Yo, this is Alex from Mindful Attraction 2.0. So, the Lexus, not Alex, but whatever. In today's video, we're gonna talk about how to stop feeling needy and how to eliminate a codependency. You see, particularly codependency. I'm not gonna go too much into detail because that's a totally different topic. I go way in a lot of depth in that video. But in this video, I'm gonna show you how to eliminate the emotion of codependency and neediness. Okay. I've tried a lot of things. Like I've tried a lot of different tactics, not because I was needy, but because I used it for when I couldn't focus. Like when I was a little kid, I used to struggle focusing, and so I had to find ways to relax and focus better. I also use it when I'm impatient because I'm very impatient. I also use it when I'm impulsive, when I need to get shit done now, right? And I can't like help myself, I get it done. In addition to that, I also use it for depression and when I have cravings, when I'm on a diet and I'm trying not to eat certain foods, I use this for this. And I've shown this to a lot of people, and it's helped them quit smoking. It's helped them stop using drugs. Like before, I used to be what you call it, a drug counselor. I interned for almost like 2 years as a drug counselor. So I used to teach this to a lot of the clients in the facility, and they tell me that this is one of the most powerful things that I ever used, and it's so simple too. It's very simple. All you need is this, right? Where's it at? Okay. All you need is a notebook, right? Notebook, right? And very simple, very simple. All you gotta do is this, right? You know when you're feeling need, right? Whatever that emotion is, or codependency, it's an emotion, right? It's an emotion that drives you to do whatever you need to do. So all you gotta do is write down the physical sensations. Like for example, let me show you what I wrote, right? This is for something else, okay? It says my mind is craving for it. It's making images and sending out ideas on how and where. My head feels pressure and my neck is stiff. I feel a slight dull feeling in my chest, and it makes my whole midsection contract. It feels like waves of emotions, heavy and warm. There isn't much discomfort, but it's more of a demand for my head. I feel warm feeling in my chest. My midsection feels looser. Like that's after a while. Like I would feel the sensation. I would write it down. Okay, this I'm feeling this, and then I would write down the causes of this, the bilateral effects of feeling the chest contrast. Okay, I feel my chest contrasting, and as a result, my neck feels stiff. My head feels a little. There's some pressure there, and I notice that this emotion is creating this thought, is creating that thought, is creating this thought, right? And so you're really observing your brain. That's what you're doing. You're observing the brain. Like, who's the one who's observing the brain? You're observing the brain, so who's the one who's observing it? Right? Because thoughts cannot observe thought because thought are independent of themselves. There has to be something that's observing the thought because a thought cannot observe itself. There has to be an awareness to observe the thought. So there's something behind the brain. There's something that's energizing the brain that is aware, right? So what you're doing here is you're removing the reality of the existence of those thoughts as a part of identity of yourself, and you observing it as an object of your awareness, like you observing a book or like you observing your mind, your thoughts, right? So what tends to happen is this: it's kind of similar to when you know someone, right, and you think they're awesome, and then when you get to know them and you see them for who they are, suddenly you don't see them as awesome as you thought they were. So what this does is that when you observe the physical sensation of your emotions and whatever experience you're having, it takes away the heaviness from it. It's kind of like when people want to smoke cigarettes, right? They're like, I want to smoke cigarettes. I want to smoke cigarettes, right? But the thing is, it's not that they want to smoke cigarettes, but they have a physical sensation that's discomforting. They have a physical sensation that they have that I don't like. So what they have to do then is literally write down the physical sensation, the experience of wanting to smoke cigarettes. Literally write it down. My chest feels this. My mind is doing this. This part of my body feels craving. This part of my body feels stiff. This part of my body feels warm. The emotion is here. The emotion is there. You literally write down the physical sensations. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter for what emotion it is. Try it on your own, and you're gonna see that this works. I'm telling you, like this shit works. Out of all the things I use, right? Out of all the things I use, this, writing it down, and the Dickens pattern, which is projecting yourself in the future, seeing the consequences of your action, and then projecting yourself in the future again and seeing the consequences of your positive actions, and the I'm not trying to feel better technique. When you're done doing that, and you finish it, you feel more alert. You feel more aware. You're more present when you do that. So that you can use that as a way to meditate, like you literally sit down and you write in a meditative way. You slow down the writing, right? And as you write slow, what happens is that you're writing, but you are aware. So you're writing and you're maintaining the awareness because you're exploring how you're feeling. Like you're feeling the emotion, but at the same time you're exploring it because you're writing it down. So you're not even judging it. You're not saying, oh, this sucks. No. This is how I feel. This is how the physical sensation is here. Then I feel this here. Then I feel like you're decompartmentalizing this thing called an emotion. In reality, you're gonna notice that it's no big deal. They're just physical sensations. It's weird. I have no way to explain why it's so effective, but I feel like you're pretty much deconstructing consciousness, right? And deconstruction your experience, because when you don't deconstruct your experience, what happens is that when you don't deconstruct it, you create an identity out of it. For example, like you may see me, right? You may see me, right? You may see, oh, he's a person, right? Not exactly. Look deep inside. There's a shit ton of living organisms inside of me. You have half of me is bacteria. Let's just go there. Half of the human body is made out of bacteria, which are different life entities, right? So half of you is not you. Okay, that's one thing. Then you have individual cells, right? Then there's this thing that in reality you're more space than matter itself, because think about it, you're made out of atoms, right? Atoms are made out of a nucleus and electrons that go in and out of existence, right? They're in super state. And the distance between the nucleus and an atom, and an electron, is similar to the distance between the sun and Earth. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mind. Go do your research. Go check out PBS Science for that. But generally speaking, though, when you really look at it, you think I'm physical. In reality, I'm more space than anything else, right? So that's what I'm talking about. Is that when you look deep inside things, you start noticing that in reality is not a real identity. It's just matter. And so in this case, it's not a real emotion. It's just a physical sensation. But we link up our personalities based on our emotions. You see, I feel happy today. I feel like myself. When you don't feel like yourself, you feel like you are not yourself because you don't feel like yourself. So then what you do then is this. Okay, how does it feel being you? Okay, you feel the emotion of being you. Okay, then now let me ask you this. Deconstruct that experience and try to find yourself in that experience. Like try to find yourself in the emotion of you. You're going to notice, okay, I feel this here, a bubbling emotion here. I feel this here, tension here, this here, whatever. And then you're going to notice, where the fuck am I? You're not going to find yourself. I swear to God, you're not going to find yourself. And it's at that moment when you become illuminated. You're like, oh, wait a minute. I'm not who I think I am. I'm just the awareness, an empty slate. It's crazy, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're going to be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one will teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women of power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship. And this, a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.